Good afternoon and welcome to Body Slam Your Ears, folks. This show is sponsored by the NYC Demon Diva YouTube page. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. I am Steve Fall. You can follow me on Twitter at Steve Fall. And of course, I am with the Roman Reigns whisperer herself, Issa. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, man, I got my magic 8-ball out. I am ready to predict Elimination Chamber. Are you ready for this Saturday? When I discovered it was at noon, I didn't know. I went wild.
You should know all the Saudi Arabia shows are a weird time.
But every other Saudi show, I actually did take off work when it was on like a random, like a Tuesday.
Oh, because it was on like a weekday, yeah.
Yeah. So the last one in October, I just don't remember. I must have blacked out or was doing something. I don't know, but I watched it.
The Hell in a Cell debacle with Seth and The Fiend. No, that wasn't Hell in a Cell. It was like one of the Saudi shows where The Fiend beat Seth. I remember watching that at work. I had to hide in a room and said I was in a Zoom call. It was a lie. I was just watching
it. For 4 hours. Well, that was a busy business call.
I have this really, really important training. It's on a Zoom, so I'm going to get on this conference room. Please don't let anybody bother me. And I watched it.
For one of them, I definitely had my phone out, but with no sound on. So I would just look down, like, "Oh, that's what's happening." Okay. I think when I'm like, "Oh, good, the Good Brothers just won a tag team battle gauntlet match to determine the best tag team in the world." Oh, I'm glad I missed that. So
I can only imagine if you were watching the one where Shane McMahon just came out and won the tournament, and you had no sound, and you look down and Shane is there. You're like, "What the hell's going on?"
I took that day off from work to watch that show. I was like, I want to watch this. I want to watch this whole thing. Me and my daughter are sitting there, and I'm like, what just happened?
I did take a day. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember having to request a day off just to watch a freaking Saudi Arabia show. I'm so excited. Saturday during the day, I had a thing I had to do at night, so I was very happy to find out I'm gonna get to watch Crown Jewel before I go to work. So it's great.
Yes. I felt the same way. I was like, oh my god. I want to watch No Surrender, Impact Wrestling. I want to watch WWE. I was like, oh my god, I'll just put them both on at the same time. Sure, whatever. And then I'm like, noon? Hello? I can watch them both. I'm going to have to convince my family to give away the TV. And Kanto, Bruno, no more. I can't handle it anymore. Anyways, I'm excited about this pay-per-view because these matches all seem to matter. Just like the last pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia, those matches mattered. These ones are leading us into WrestleMania. I am pumped. Yeah. I am pumped. Let's jump into it. Let's talk about your boy, Roman Reigns. Fighting his Universal Championship against Goldberg. He's fighting Goldberg.
Roman Reigns is winning. Let's move on.
All right, Roman Reigns wins. Moving on.
We have spend time on that. He's got wait. He's going to Goldberg. I have not been able to get that line out of my brain. I don't know what it means, but I volunteer to getting Goldberg by Roman Reigns. Thank you.
That means I'm assuming you're gonna get speared and jackhammered.
Good. Please. Oh. If it's by Roman Reigns, I'll take it. I don't care what it is. I'll take it.
Wow, this podcast always seems to get sexy as it goes on. Moving on, though. Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. Bobby Lashley defending his title against Brock. Seth freaking Rollins. Austin Theory. I'm still confused. Riddle and AJ Styles. Yeah. So, out of the bunch, we know Austin Theory is not winning. We know Riddle is going. Riddle's obviously going to win. He was supposed to win the Royal Rumble, right?
No, that was a rumor. That was proven to be false.
How was a rumor proven to be false?
Because everybody
with another rumor.
Yeah, the exact same way that everybody thought Shane McMahon was fired, and then he was over there closing deals for WWE 2 days later.
He was let go. We all know it. Don't deny.
Yeah,
I know you're still hurting.
What was it that they say that he pissed off Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar, and then they were like, "Oh, by the way, Randy said he meant that jokingly," and I'm like, "Come on, people, stop reporting this kind of news." We're turning into TMC, man. We're turning into TMC in the wrestling world.
That's true. And you know what? Hey, they make a lot of money, so I guess we'll keep it up. We'll keep it up. They do. Yeah, this one is it's obvious. But yet, I want Bobby Lashley to win so hard and so bad. I have a feeling, though, Roman Reigns is going to be hiding underneath the grates, just like
No,
Shawn
he's not.
Michaels
You
did
can't do that
to the
again.
Undertaker.
You can't
He's
do
gonna
that again.
pop up.
No.
He's gonna pop up, and then he's gonna Goldberg Brock Lesnar and spear him, and Bobby Lashley picks up the win again.
No, that's not gonna happen. I feel like it's either gonna be Seth Rollins or Brock Lesnar.
You think that Seth Rollins is gonna win the belt here?
Seth was supposed to win it at day one, supposedly.
I don't know. I think we talked about it before. The Seth Rollins Kevin Owens
I don't see
dynamic.
why can't Seth? Well, I mean, it's Seth. The thing of it is like this match. I feel like the time that we didn't spend talking about the Roman match, you could spend here because I feel like you could put Seth and Kevin Owens for the WWE title at WrestleMania, right? But at the same time, I feel like you could easily insert Seth Rollins into this Brock and Roman storyline and make it a triple threat. So, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you could go either way with Seth Rollins.
Damn. I have not read or thought once that Seth Rollins could insert himself into Brock versus Roman. It'd be fresh.
Why wouldn't he? He has an unfinished business with Roman, and it will be WrestleMania 31, but without him sneaking into the match. Oh, that's one of my favorite matches of all time. So I'm dying. These are my top 3 favorite guys. So to see them, maybe I'm fantasy booking this shit and nobody else is, but I would love.
I think
I would
you just
love
did.
To see it. But wouldn't it be good? I mean,
I'm not denying that. That's a great idea. WrestleMania 31 all over again.
Roman? Yeah, how many times have we seen Brock and Roman, though? Like, I think adding somebody to the mix will make it more interesting. People are not going to be invested in the storyline for the 10th time.
I think, though, Roman and Brock are now the Randy Orton-John Cena rivalry, where they're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, and they don't care. They don't care how many times they do it, because guess what? It's always good, so they're going to keep doing it.
I will say this time, Brock being so different, it feels refreshing. The Paul Heyman addition to the story, it does feel a lot different. I think when we went into WrestleMania 34, the one in New Orleans, I didn't like it. It's my least Roman and Brock storyline, because the first one, he won the Rumble. You know what I mean? Like, that's a given. Mm-hmm. But that second one, and then the crowd shit all over that match, like, I wish I could erase that one off my memory, to be honest with you. Because if you watch the match, if you go back and watch the match now, it was a good match. It was a hard-hitting match, but
31.
I didn't like that second storyline between them when they went into New Orleans. I think this feels more refreshing, and a lot of it has to do with Brock just reinventing, and Roman. Roman is a complete different person from
what he was at WrestleMania.
He's
a heel, damn it.
So I feel like reinventing them does feel refreshing, but because they've been feuding for so long, it's starting to get a little bit stale. I think adding Seth to that equation wouldn't be a bad idea. But I personally see either Brock winning and then making it title for title just to make it a huge marquee. If you're not going to add anyone, you have to put Seth. You know what I mean? And if not, I can see Seth doing it, and then you can create a good storyline for him into Mania and the WWE title.
I don't know. I love all that idea, but they're leading us down the Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens path. It just seems
okay. So why not for the
obvious.
WWE title?
Because Kevin Owens is nowhere close to being a world title contender right now.
I mean, he is if Seth wins that, because he's obviously building a rivalry with him. Who are you going to put against Bobby Lashley that's going to make you want to go to fucking Dallas?
I have no idea, but he's an afterthought.
Exactly.
If Brock versus Roman is your title versus title, if that's the case, that's your main event of one night. Obviously, Ronda Rousey is a main event of another night. Correct?
Yep.
So then Bobby Lashley gets left out in the cold. Becky Lynch gets left out in the cold. Someone has to be on the undercard, and unfortunately, it's not going to be some of your world champions, because you got to fill 2 nights.
You know what it's going to be, and this is a big fear, and I wasn't even ready to talk about it. It's going to be AJ Styles against Edge for the United States title.
Yuck.
AJ Styles wins that title today. Edge reminds him that that's the one title he hasn't won. Why would you mean junk? AJ Styles and Edge? That's a dream match. You don't even need a title for it.
And by the way, Edge has been United States champion, so he has been champion. It still counts.
No, it doesn't.
Oh wow! So Booker T is not a 5-time. So Booker T is not a 5-time world champion. Ric Flair is not a 16-time world champion.
No, if I didn't watch it, it didn't happen. So.
Oh wow! Wow. So anything that didn't happen in the WWE. So Kenny Omega is not a world champion in AEW. Jon Moxley, all that stuff didn't happen.
Anything that happened in WCW.
You suck. You suck for saying that.
Seth, you talk shit about WCW.
I get to talk shit about it. That's like saying my dog is ugly. You can't call my dog ugly. I can call my dog ugly. You got it?
Okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. So, obviously, it's going to be either Seth or Brock. I cannot see Bobby Lashley retaining here. But then that really sucks for him, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
And if he does retain, like you said, who the hell is he supposed to fight? Bring over Drew McIntyre?
It's gonna be fucking no. It's gonna be Omos, and it's gonna fucking suck.
Oh my God! Why would you say that? What are you doing? Who hurt you today?
I'm booking good shit. Thank you very much. I booked
booking good shit.
Styles. I booked Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. I don't know what you're saying. So
and then you gave me Bobby Lashley versus Omos.
Because you want Bobby Lashley retaining. That's what's gonna happen.
If he fights Omos, he ain't retaining.
I wouldn't put it past them, bro.
I wouldn't honestly, I wouldn't even doubt them being like, hey, is Goldberg want to fight one more time? We can have him come back one more time and lose to Bobby.
Not again. We already seen that.
But not at WrestleMania.
Okay.
So Seth or Brock? Seth or Brock? Yes.
Seth or Brock? Yeah.
All right, who you put money on? If it's Seth or Brock, if you put money down, real money.
Yeah, put money on both of them. You can bet on multiple people.
You making me so angry today. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
Please don't talk about it. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't talk about Valentine's.
It's a regular Monday. It's a regular Monday.
That's not. I'm a married man. It's a beautiful day. And my daughter made me a Valentine. I'm very happy. So you can't bring me down. Oh no.
Did she make you a card?
Of course she made me a card. She didn't make her mother a card, but she made me one. Isn't that crazy?
That is, girl. I love it.
Boy, my wife's face was like, "What? I'm sorry. What happened?" I snuggle her all night long. I'm like, well, I guess tough love gets the cards. I guess. All right, moving on though. The women's elimination chamber: Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Doudrop, Nikki, and TBA. TBA.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks TBA is going to win.
No, it's going to be Bianca.
I sure hope so. Because I've talked to a lot of people.
TBA is
and everybody wants Bianca Belair. Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, that's TBA.
I don't know. She's going to come back and lose?
Why not?
I don't know. Isn't that weird? You've had all these vignettes for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and who's going to pin her? Nikki ASH?
Bianca.
Man. I don't know. I think this is when you start.
We're really going to say that? Like, when everybody thought she was going to win the Rumble and Rhea Ripley eliminated her in like 10 seconds? They care about Alexa character-wise, not wins-wise.
If Alexa Bliss is TBA, she can get eliminated by Liv Morgan, and then Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss can have a storyline heading into Mania. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
I'll take that.
That's not bad. I don't mind
I'll take that. Because if you bring back an Asuka or even a Bayley, or even bringing Sasha Banks into this matchup and swap brands because, they don't give a crap about that anymore. That's where you kind of fall into play here. It's like, man, Sasha Banks shows up here, Bianca Belair, now Sasha Banks from the same ring. Like, Bianca Belair, we all have our fingers crossed for the redemption storyline. But my God, are we all just blind? Or are we just hopeful?
It would be nice if it was Asuka. I mean, I don't even know what brand was Bayley? SmackDown, right? Yeah. I guess I see your point. When they come back, they don't really care. Big E's on SmackDown now and nobody's saying anything. So I guess they could do whatever. I mean, if it was not, I see your point. If it's a TBA and it's a name that big, I can see them winning. But I would like to see Bianca come out with the win. Me too. That's what makes me so nervous about them having a random person in the match. This pay-per-view, outside of Goldberg and Roman, feels like it could go in a lot of different directions. There's a few matches where I think are locks, and if they're not, I'm completely shocked if that happens. So I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair here. So if I was putting money down, I'd put Bianca. But like, if I knew, if they had vignettes for TBA, like
Asuka, like they told me for 3 weeks Asuka was coming back, then she'd lose.
Right.
But the fact that they even told me who it is makes me believe they might be able to win.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they're just trying to do a surprise thing, like maybe they just like, hey, it's working for Tony Khan.
I hope it's Lacey Evans, so then she won't lose at all. That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh my God.
I mean, Lacey Evans will lose instantly.
It's gonna be Lacey Evans' baby.
Her baby. Jesus. All right. We'll both go with Bianca. One match I think is a lock. Becky Lynch versus Lita, the Raw Women's Championship. You telling me Lita has a chance?
Nope.
Okay. I just want to make sure. This is the Roman Goldberg match where it's like, hello. There's no way the main roster, always around person is going to lose. So yes, Becky versus Lita. Simple as that. Moving on. Tag team titles. SmackDown Championships. The Usos versus the Viking Raiders. God, I hope the Viking Raiders don't win. Thank God you said that.
Like, do you not think like after the freaking one Uso squash one of the Viking Raiders the other day, I lost all interest in this. It's like if one Uso can beat one of the Viking Raiders in 5 minutes, the Viking Raiders don't have a chance here.
Maybe they're better at tag team wrestling. I don't know. Maybe. But then the Usos are like I've been together since birth. So I'm not sure they even talk about the Viking Raiders, what their relationship really is. Are they brothers? Are they cousins?
I don't know what they are, and I honestly don't care. They never made me care about them.
They did. I did care about them for like a hot minute, when it was them and the Street Profits versus all those ninjas at Backlash. That's when I cared. That's when I cared. And they had those weird like triathlons because you had COVID running wild in 2020, so they had to do something. Those two were doing like jousting contests, dancing contests, bowling contests.
Yeah.
God, that was awesome. I know the match you're most pumped about. It's a Falls Count Anywhere's match. Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. Well, Drew McIntyre recently on SmackDown threatened to stab Madcap Moss with his sword because it's Falls Count Anywhere, which means anything can happen.
Drew McIntyre's out of control with the sword. Somebody needs to take it away from him, man.
Well, Jinder Mahal did, and it turned out it was not the real one, remember?
Yes.
Because he has a replica of a sword that he has.
Storyline, man. That storyline was written for them. These former tag team partner guys, both of them left, both of them came back, win the world title, and they give him a storyline based on a stupid sword. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no. It started with Jinder Mahal wanted to go motorcycle riding with Drew McIntyre, and he didn't answer his text messages.
Yeah,
that's where that storyline started.
That was me. Wait, who was it? Who am I in this story? I'm the Drew, right? Who doesn't respond?
You're Drew McIntyre.
Okay. I'm the
not
Drew
answering
McIntyre
the text.
that never responds.
Yes.
Oh
Your phone is always
Listen.
on. Your phone is always on Do Not Disturb. By the way, I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure. Okay, because
I
I have to constantly hit that button that says notify anyway. I'm not sure if those are going through or not.
Sometimes I don't know. You think I look at my phone?
I don't know what you're doing. All I need from you is, hey, you're free at 2:50 today? Yes? Okay, good. That's what I need from you. All right?
Which is why you always hear from me about 10 minutes before 2:50.
Yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Because I'm always so busy, I actually have an alarm reminding me, hey, you don't forget about body slam your ear, stop whatever you're doing, sit down and do this show. Good. So see,
good. It only takes like 20 minutes, so it's fine. All right.
Anyways,
obviously Drew McIntyre.
I don't know who wins here. I think they're trying
I'm going with Madcap Moss. Madcap.
I'm going to say Drew because you need another big name for WrestleMania. Madcap Moss is not that name. So I think giving Drew a win, you can build some kind of program for him towards WrestleMania.
I unfortunately am going with Madcap Moss because I have a bad feeling it's Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin at WrestleMania. Very sad.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God,
Very sad for Drew McIntyre.
Okay. You're making my stomach hurt.
I know. Well, let's move on to the last match. Ronda Rousey and Naomi versus Charlotte Flair and Sonny Deville. They finally figured out how to get Ronda cheered again. Just piggyback her on Naomi.
Your biggest baby face.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I saw that on SmackDown.
Good. Friday night, that match was incredible, man.
Yeah. Well, it was really good. But I did a review after with it, and someone was like, "Oh, wasn't it a great match?" I was like, "Yeah, it was a great match, but I never once believed Naomi was going to win." They're like, why? I was like, you think Naomi versus Ronda Rousey is going to be the match at WrestleMania? No. So
You don't think that they will give Naomi the title and have her drop it in like a week just to give Charlotte Flair another reign? Haven't you been watching WWE?
Because that makes Charlotte Flair, makes Ronda's probably like, if you have Charlotte lose at any time, at any point, then that makes me look like a chump when I beat her. That's why.
I guess, but I can see, I don't know, I could see Naomi getting inserted here. But however, I do think it's a smart move to put Ronda with Naomi, and I do think the two of them win.
Oh, 100%. Sonya Deville's getting pinned here. And if it's not, no, Ronda and Charlotte Flair are the only ones guaranteed not to submit or get pinned in this match.
Right.
And yet Sonya and Naomi, I think, are going to continue their storyline heading into WrestleMania as well. So it's like, hey, WrestleMania storyline that's been going on for a year, we don't care about you anymore because we need Ronda and Charlotte to get cheered and booed.
No, I think Sonya and Naomi has to continue. It's a storyline that you've told for a long time, and people really do want to see Naomi finally beat her ass. So yeah,
but they wrestled. They wrestled already. Naomi already beat her.
Yeah. But not in a real match.
Oh, it's different. Okay.
Don't act like they don't do rematches. Like,
I know.
We're talking about the main event being Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
I know. I had the same argument with someone on Friday. I was like, I understand that they want a payoff, but they already had their payoff. But they don't consider that the payoff. Now WrestleMania is the payoff. But is it the payoff? What about WrestleMania Backlash? What about Extreme Rules? It's like you can just keep going forever and say, "Oh, that's the payback. That's the payoff. That's the payoff." But I hope WrestleMania we get the actual payoff of Naomi and Sonya in a match where Sonya loses all her power.
As far as Sunday goes, I do think Ronda and Naomi are a lock.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean Saturday.
Whatever.
Well, you'll be tuning in on Sunday at noon, going, "What happened? Where is it?"
I don't know what they would live on anymore. Honestly.
I just want to help you, friend. I just want to help you. All right. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, folks, thank you so much for listening to Body Slam Your Ears, talking about I almost said Extreme Rules, about Elimination Chamber, where clearly Issa wants Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar somehow to pin each other, 69 style, and they'll go on to fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That's what she wants, and we'll see if we get it. It's fantasy booked. Double fantasy book, that is. Folks, I've been Steve Fall. Issa, you can follow her on Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, Friendster, Christian Mingle, all those awesome places. It's good times. How you doing today? How you doing, by the way? How you doing today? How you doing?
I'm great.
Good. That's good. Folks, the show's over. Have a good one. Happy Valentine's Day to all you singles out there, and happy Valentine's Day to my wife, who I love ever so much. Mwah! And we end the show that we do the same we do Monday through Friday right here on the NYC Demon Diva YouTube page. How do we do that?
Adios.
Adios.